Welcome to Insider Medicine in Depth. I'm Dr. Susan Sharma. A hormone known as pituitary adenylate cyclase-activating polypeptide, or PACAP, has been linked with post-traumatic stress disorder, but only in women, in research published in Nature. Here is some information about PTSD. It is a type of anxiety disorder that can occur after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. It may develop within a short time of the event, or as long as months or years later. PTSD can be self-limiting or a long-term condition that lasts for years. Previously, researchers from the University of Vermont linked PACAP with trauma by showing in animals that this hormone increases response to stress in a part of the brain associated with anxiety. Within the brain, this hormone activates neurons and helps them forge new connections. Moving forward, researchers from Emory University had over 1,200 low-income Atlanta residents with high levels of exposure to violence and physical or sexual abuse complete questionnaires about their life history and provide blood and saliva samples so they could measure PACAP levels. The investigators found that women, but not men, with high blood levels of PACAP showed more symptoms of PTSD. In a sample of 64 participants, most of whom had experienced trauma, those with higher levels were more likely to have much higher scores on measurements of PTSD. The investigators also found a link between a gene variant that affects receptors for the hormone and PTSD. Those with high-risk variations of this gene were much more likely to develop PTSD than those with the low-risk variations in response to the same level of trauma. Here is some insight from Dr. Carrie Ressler, the principal investigator of this study.
And the basic finding was that a protein called PACAP, or pituitary adenylate cyclase-activating peptide, seems to be differentially associated with those who have PTSD versus those who may be resistant or resilient from PTSD in women, but we don't seem to find that same effect in men.
Today's research suggests that women and men may develop PTSD through different biologic pathways. It also provides a new avenue of research that could eventually help identify who is at risk for PTSD, as well as lead to better diagnostic tools and treatments for PTSD and other anxiety-related disorders. For Insider Medicine in Depth, I'm Dr. Susan Sharma.